Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Ndinaija. Okay, I have here with me the Purposeful Planner by Corie Clark. I got this weekly planner when she, or they, the company, was having their $9.99 sale on their planners. And I believe it's still on. Came pretty fast. You only had one option for shipping, which was priority, and I believe the shipping cost was more than the planner. But anyway, this is a planner that would have cost about 30 or 40 bucks, thereabouts, if you bought it at the end of last year. And I just wanted to try it out for reasons you will see. So let's take the cellophane tape off and I will show you guys the planner. Comes nicely wrapped in this possibly keepsake box. And it's pretty. So I'll be right back. Alrighty friends, this is what the planner looks like when you open it. As you can see, there is a bubble wrap. I took off the bubble wrap just so we don't have any noise. And the little paper just flew off the table. Excuse me. This blooper shall remain in this video. And here's the card, or the little sheet that comes on top of it. It says, "Hey there, thank you for purchasing a purposeful planner. I pray this brings you closer to your God-given purpose and helps you find miracles in the margin. Grab a cup of coffee and take some time to open up your planner and really take a look at what's inside. Every part of the planner is there for a reason. I hope it helps you create the margin in your life." I don't know why I'm reading the whole thing. I mean, you guys can see it. And these are her socials. Her socials. I believe there is one that is at Purposeful Planner. I do believe that. So here it is. The planner is approximately, let's measure it, starting with the cover, that is. So the cover is approximately 8 inches. It's about 8 1/4 inches for the cover by 9.75 inches. So 8 1/4 by 9.75. The interior pages are the interior pages are 9, well, let's start from the same way I began, right? So that is about a 7.5 by it's not quite 9.5. Almost 9.5. It just, sorry, a little under 9.5 inches. So 8.5, I'm sorry, 7.5 by about 8.5 inches. The tabs, as you can see, are black. They are laminated. They are not rounded. And yeah. How does this planner start? There is a cover, and there is a folder, a small folder. Can't fit much in here. Maybe a slim sticker sheet or something like that. You have your nameplate page. This paper is a bright white. I forget the paper weight, but it feels quite light to me. Some messaging from Corie herself, and the start of the planner. This part of the reason I bought this planner was I wanted to see if it's something that I could use for just an altogether planner without having to frankenplan or without having to add anything, remove anything, just to see if it could work. So this planner contains a budget, menu plan, master task list, and weekly planning. My planner, my general everyday carry, my Franken-planned or hybridized planner, I keep my budget slash spending, not really a menu plan, but I do keep a master task list and weekly planning in there. So this has planning with purpose. It's a good idea to decide what's important to you so you don't waste time on things that are not important. That's reading from here. Also asks, who are you? Write the most important roles you play in your life and what you want to do. Think back to your 4 most important roles and say what you want to be doing to be successful in each of those areas. That's a pretty good question. And it asks, where do you see yourself going? Where do you want to be in life in 10 years? Where do you need to be in life in 5 years so you can reach that 10-year goal? And then it breaks it down to 3 years, and then it asks you to break that into a weekly goal in order to obtain a 1-year goal. So 10 years, 5 years, 1 to 3 years, and then every week. You have your bucket list on this page, and it gives you ample writing space with lines that are gray. I'm sorry. They're black, but they're dotted, but it looks gray. It's not so bold and in your face. I like that it's something you can fold over on itself. The hard back enables you to write even if you don't have a hard surface like a table or something underneath you. We have 2019 and 2020 calendars, and one of the most important reasons why I love this planner is, ta-da, Monday start, baby. This planner began in January and will end in December of 2019. The holidays I see here are U.S. holidays. It has Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, Christmas. Does not have any Muslim holidays. And yeah, and it goes right into the planner. You have this is the January monthly view. You have notes on the side, Monday through Wednesday on the first page and Thursday through Sunday on the second page. You guys know I love the Monday start. This makes things easier for me and will prevent me from desiring every month to redate my planner. This makes things easier. I just wish Erin Condrens would come in a Monday start, but that's neither here nor there. And they have quotes at the top. This particular one says, create margin and watch what God can do. Let's turn to the month of May, just because we are entering the month of May. Actually, by the time you see this video, it might be the month of May already. You cannot escape the responsibility of tomorrow by evading today. Let's see if these quotes are all from, or who has all these quotes from. Anyway, I said let's start in the month of May. So here is the May monthly view. Immediately after your monthly view, you have your budget. Includes income, insurance, tithes and offerings, leisure, housing, personal, food, debts, utilities, transportation, and total. This may or may not be sufficient for you, but it is a good start. You could always white out the headers and write something else. There is enough space on the side here to do that. And then you have your total income, total expenses, and whatever you are left with. It also includes a menu page with your top 20 meals and ingredients needed. That's pretty good. For people who would prefer to not write out a meal plan every single week or every 2 weeks or every month, well, let's say every 2 weeks, you could just write your top 20 meals and then pick and choose what you're going to do. And then if you do something different that's not on the list, you would just write it in your planner or somewhere else. So notice that as soon as you get done with the monthly spread, you have these extra pages for the other things that you're doing in the month of May. I kind of like that. A lot of planners would have a notes page on this side. Yes, they would have a notes page on this side, and then the month's dashboard before going into the monthly page. And the way, at least using the Erin Condren and even the Happy Planner, they use the next month's colors and scheme to decorate whatever this page is. I guess the way my brain works, I prefer to have everything for May inside of May. But that's neither here nor there. After your menu, you have your master task list, and this is for your home. Of course, like I said before, you could always white out these headers and write in something else. You could say if you live in an apartment and you have 2 bedrooms, you could just put everything down here and maybe write this list for work, or anything that does not apply, you could rearrange it, white it out, write something else, and have your personal grooming or child's grooming or school work. You know, you could really do a lot of things with this. Same for the May dreams and goals. I use Power Sheets for my goals, and I've been considering bringing in my Power Sheets to my planner. Now, the page where you write your monthly, weekly, and daily goals is actually perforated, so you can easily take it out of the Power Sheets. I am not so inclined to do that, but I could always make a copy, make it smaller, and just paste it right in here. But yes, you could use a bunch of things for this. You could, you know, really decorate it with stickers, or do a mini vision board for your month. And then we get to the weekly spread. So let's count the pages that come right before. You have budget, menu, master task list, May dreams and goals, and then you start with the week. It's a plain planner, pretty nice, well laid out. You have the hours on the left hand side going from 6 a.m. to 8 p.m. That would work for some people. It doesn't. I mean, sometimes it works for me, sometimes it doesn't, because I like to see 5 o'clock on a planner, but it really doesn't matter, because a lot of the times in the hourly planner that I do have now, I white out the hours anyway and divide the page up. But the way this is laid out, I don't think I would be as hard-pressed to white out the times. Now, let's bring this a little closer. You have 6 o'clock, and then you have a line, 7 o'clock, and then you have a line, which indicates to me that that would be the half-hour mark. And good thing it's not written there, so you could either white it out, you could put a box, you could put a sticker, and just have your to-do list. Each day has the same size of box, and it's just laid out from Monday through Sunday. And this is so great for me. If I were to use this, I would highlight the week that we were in. I like this brain dump. I like this prayer and praise, especially since, because I have this page, I could put my habit trackers right here. And that way I'm not putting a habit tracker on every single week's page. I like this layout. I'm not particularly fond of the color of the paper or the weight of the paper, but I will do a pen test in a few minutes. And that's basically it. You have the month going, and let's get to the end of the planner and see what's there. So this is, oh dear, We have a bit of a, that's the O-ring that got caught in the paper. One reason why I'm not very fond of O-ring planners, I had a little bit of a bad experience with the simplified planner, but this seems like it can easily be fixed. It's already fixed. So this planner ends without much fanfare or feferity, as Nigerians would say. This planner ends without... I was about to say this planner ends without much fanfare, but the planner is trying to not let itself be great, because you're not going to let me not be great. Nah, I don't like that. Yeah, I don't like that. Either who, the planner ends without much fanfare. You get to Sunday, January 5th, 2020, and the planner ends. There are no notes pages, and there is no folder at the back. I like the gold corners. I like the white marble. And that's about it. It's a pretty slim planner, and the coil is equally slim. If you were using stickers in this planner, it would quickly become thick, but it's not a heavy planner on its own. And I think it is professional enough to carry around. I am not particularly fond of having anyone else's name in front of my planner except myself, so if there were a way that I could, I might cover this up, even cover up the type of planner. But I guess it's fine. You know, one could easily put a vinyl up here and cover it up. Let's do the pen test. Let's do the pen test in the earlier version or earlier section of the planner. I will use my Erin Condren markers, the dual tip markers, because that is what I use to write most of the time. That is 0.7. This is a flare, Papermate flare. And this is a Pilot G207. I am pretty heavy-handed, so I would expect to see ridges behind the planner. Let's bring this Erin Condren gel pen, see how that works. Turn to the back of the page. There is minimal ghosting. You can feel the ridges. That's from my heavy hand. So far, no bleeding. It looks like the, sorry about that. It looks like the Erin Condren dual tip marker was about to bleed. I don't think I should use the thicker tip of the marker because, well, that wouldn't make any sense, would it? Let's see what a mild liner would be like, and a Sharpie Ultra Fine pen. Mild liner. There. As is expected, the Sharpie had much more ghosting, minimal bleed through, and the mild liner, you can't even see it, right? Zoom you guys back out. So that is that about the planner. If you want to get in on this, I think it's a great deal to get this planner for 10 bucks essentially, before you get into the second part of the year. And it's a good way to know if you would like to test out this planner and maybe use it next year. Fair warning though, this company no longer produces mid-year or academic versions of this planner. They are only concentrating on calendar year planners. That does not particularly work for me because I am following the school schedule, and so I use an academic planner. But yeah, that's that, everybody. Thanks for watching. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. Leave me a comment down below for what you think about the planner. Alrighty, bye-bye.